Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurhafizah Aswan binti Syamsuddin. My student ID number is 202479815. I am from class MBA 262 4B. So, I choose topic 8 crowdsourcing opportunity and challenges for my individual assignment. So, thanks for watching. Good day everyone. Today I would like to share my reflection on topic 8 crowdsourcing opportunities and challenges with a focus on two important subtopics which are M802 digital privacy right and risk and M803 ethical issue in crowdsourcing. In recent years, digital work and crowdsourcing have become increasingly common among students, freelancers and young professionals. In fact, Malaysia's gig economy surpassed 3 million workers in 2024, showing how deeply digital and platform-based work has become part of our society. I chose this subtopic because while crowdsourcing offers flexibility and income opportunity, it also hides many risks such as privacy breaches, loss of intellectual property, and ethical treatment of workers. The purpose of this presentation is to reflect on what I have learned, relate it to real-life practices, and explain how topic 8 has shaped my awareness and mindset as a future digital worker. For my personal learning experience, while I'm learning about M802, I became much more aware of how vulnerable digital workers can be when it comes to privacy and rights. Before this topic, I did not fully consider of how important contract, data protection, and intellectual property ownership were in online work. Through this module, I realized that freelancers and crowd workers often expose themselves to serious risks such as scam, unpaid work, or losing ownership of their creations, simply because they are unaware to their rights. This learning felt very real when I discovered that the number of gig workers in Malaysia grew from about 2.93 million in 2023 to over 3 million in 2024. This shows that many people are entering digital work without proper protection. Meanwhile, M803 helped me understand the ethical side of crowdsourcing. I learned about issues such as unfair pay, lack of job security, and the exploitation of crowd workers who contribute effort but receive little recognition or protection. Case study and real-world example helped me connect theory to reality, making me realize that ethical problems in digital work are not rare, they are common. One of the biggest lessons I learned from topic 8 is that digital work is not automatically safe or fair. While crowdsourcing provides opportunities, it also requires workers to be alert, informed, and ethical. This lesson is especially important because estimates show that around 26 to 30% of Malaysia's workforce is involved in gig or platform-based work. This means that issue of digital privacy, right and risk, ethics affect a large portion of society, not just a small group of freelancers. Through M802, I learned that protecting personal data and intellectual property is essential. Through M803, I realized that ethical awareness is necessary to avoid contributing to unfair or exploitative systems. Overall, this topic taught me that being digital skilled is not enough. Workers must also be ethically and legally aware. From studying M802 and M803, I developed several important skills that are highly relevant to the digital workforce. These include risk awareness, ethical decision making, critical thinking, and professional responsibility. Understanding digital privacy and rights has taught me to be more cautious when sharing information, signing agreement, and publishing content online. At the same time, the ethical framework from M803 helps me evaluate whether a platform or task operates fairly, rather than accepting work blindly. This is especially relevant because digital labor platforms in Malaysia have expanded rapidly, growing to over 100 platforms today. As opportunity increases, so do risks. These skills will help me protect my work, maintain integrity, and build trust in a digital economy that relies heavily on reputation and transparency. One major benefit of learning topic 8 is a gaining deeper understanding of the real consequences of digital works beyond income and flexibility. Intellectually, this topic trained me to question digital systems rather than assume they are neutral or harmless. Practically, I now understand how ethical issues such as underpayment, worker exploitation, and misuse of personal data can negatively affect individuals and society. Personally, the awareness has made me more confident, cautious, and responsible when engaging in online activities. From a professional perspective, this insight encouraged me to act with integrity, respect the rights of others, and demand fair treatment in digital environments, which is increasingly important as Malaysia's gig economy continues to grow. Although M802 and M803 provide a strong conceptual foundation, the learning experience could be further improved through more practical and interactive approaches. One suggestion is to include additional real-world case study, freelancer experience, and role-playing activities which would allow students to actively practice identifying privacy and risk and ethical issues in digital work environment. This will help bridge the gap between theory and real platforms such as gig website and crowdsourcing system. In addition, clearer guidance on local regulation, digital worker protection, and proper reporting procedure will increase student confidence in handling real challenges. From a critical perspective, the syllabus could also address emerging issues such as AI-generated content, data ownership, and algorithm bias. Overall, this improvement will make the subject more relevant, engaging, and aligned with the reality of today's digital workforce. So, that's all from me. Thank you.